Now, the national dialogue is just 2 days away, and the momentum is building despite recent setbacks. In a new development, the Forum of Stalwart Foundations has announced its participation in the upcoming talks, calling for a genuinely citizens-led process. This move comes after several prominent legacy foundations withdrew from the preparatory task team, citing concerns about the dialogue's direction. With us this morning is Thulasizwe Makhanya from the Forum of Stalwart Foundations, who represents the Charlotte Mannya-Maxeke Institute. Then, Baba Thulasizwe, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciated. How have you felt the process having gone so far when it comes to this national dialogue and leading up to the convention then on Friday and Saturday? Have you been happy with it? I mean, having decided to join, what have you thought of the process?
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers at home. As the Forum of Stalwart Foundation, we felt that it is important that we also raise our hand and be part of this important initiative of kickstarting the process of national dialogue through national convention, which is on Friday and Saturday this week. So we think that everything is on track. The only thing that might be the issue is the involvement of all people in different spheres of our society. But we hope that through the convention, we will be able to reach all the corners of this country and have an active participant by our citizen, and also have a brutal, honest conversation which should shape our future and hopefully have a brighter future and for our future generation.
Have you been given any assurances regarding what you would like it to be, which is a citizens-led process? Have you been given the kind of assurances that make you feel comfortable that you can participate in this national dialogue?
Yeah, we are part of the team that is preparing. We were roped in. And I can assure the citizens of this country that indeed the civic organizations are in the forefront of these discussions. And also it should be noted that this gathering on Friday and Saturday is to shape the structure of the future engagement at a local level, which will be started immediately after this process of national convention. So even the presentation that they did, you will find out that it's going to be community-based. Over 4,000 wards will participate, an average of 3 meetings or say dialogues per ward, which then takes it to over 12,000 platform of engagement. So I think that we have hope that after this convention, then we'll have a proper guideline of how best we take this country forward.
Yeah, Thulasizwe, allow me to then read from your media statement, actually, that you managed to release with regards to this. And you said, looking to the stalwarts for guidance, when faced with such a call for national dialogues, we must ask ourselves these questions. What would the stalwarts whose names we represent have done? And history tells us they occupied spaces, invited or not. They engaged with leaders even when they disagreed. They shared platforms with those holding different views, showing patience and the maturity to listen. And if we follow their example, we must recognize that we too may hold different opinions about how to move forward as a country. Do you believe that some of the other foundations, and I know you can't necessarily speak for them, but that a situation like this would require discourse, would require disagreements, would require perhaps arguments and things you don't always agree with in order for it to work? That is kind of the point.
Oh yes. I would think that the challenge that we might be facing as a country, challenges of poverty, challenges of GBV, challenges of inequality, and so forth, are the challenges that we need to sit and pause, and then we'll be able to see if the last 8 years has brought us what we envisaged as a country when we started this process of the new path of a democratic dispensation. We also need to check also if the current status, how do we navigate and reach a point where we create oneness in what we do. And I would think that, yes, there will be things that will be then raised by many groups in different spheres of our society. But and once again, what then do we do? Do we sit? Do we protest? Or do we wait for national elections in 2029? So I would think that this is the best platform to try, by all means, as a country, to create one voice. You know, there were these gatherings before, even before 1990s, the Cape Town historic gathering, which is celebrating 70 years this year, Freedom Charter, where they endorsed the Freedom Charter. So there were talks before talks in 1990. So I would think that this is more of that talks before talks. And for this time around, we are encouraging people of this country, in all colors of this country, that let us participate. Let us try by all means to then create lasting solutions for this country, not only for us, but for future generation.
Yeah.
So yes, there will be concerns and challenges, but I think that those who we represent as Stalwart Foundation, they will have taken the same decision. They took those decisions before, so even now they will have taken the same decision of trying to create lasting solutions and have create one voice for this country.
Thulasizwe, one of the biggest gripes has unfortunately been budgetary issues as well. Are you worried that the budget may not be what they say it is and where the money comes from?
The challenge also, again, it's a challenge of trust. We have to acknowledge that our people have now will have issues when it comes to trust, and especially with government, lack of service delivery and so forth. So I would think that there's a G20 that is coming up in November. A lot of money has been spent, or a lot of money will be spent for that important international platform. But when it comes to these kind of initiatives of like national dialogues, the money there should be a budget that will be put aside for it. But again, there should be transparency, there should be accountability. And I will think that with the eminent people's group involved, and also civic organizations involved, there is a hope that whatever that will be spent, there will be accountability.
Okay. Thulasizwe, there's also a leadership for this national dialogue. You have the eminent persons that you've now spoken about. There's the preparatory task team, which has helped to prepare a lot of this. Plus, there's going to be a steering committee put forward too. Are you worried that there could be too many cooks in the kitchen here?
Oh yes. I think in our statement we've highlighted that even with different views, different voices, we should be able to find each other. When it comes to then the question, I would think that the EPG, Eminent Persons Group, is there to be the champions of this initiative, to be the guarantors of this initiative, but also to make sure that there will be accountability. Then when it comes to the group that is preparing for this important initiative, again, it's more of different organization, including government. And I would think that it's more of a working team that has been created, working streams that have been created, of which I hope that post this first gathering, we'll be able then to have a steering committee to drive this thing to the next level.
Yeah, very important. What would success look like for you when it comes to this national dialogue?
At the end of the 1955 Cape Town gathering, there was a voice of we the people. So even with this one, if we can have a true ground-up approach, where the citizen feel appreciated, their views are then become the guidelines as we move forward to the national dialogues. So the success will all be measured through the participation of our society from different grouping and all those who have participated already in this kind of process. There will be a group that is still around that was part of the negotiations in the 90s. There will be a group of women that went to Beijing Women's Conference that are still alive. There will be the generation of 1976. There will be a generation of the democratic movement, Fees Must Fall, Rose Must Fall, church groups, traditional leaders. So it's a current call, and we hope that through its inclusivity, it will be able to then achieve its objective.
Certainly hope it does achieve its objective indeed. Then Thulasizwe Makhanya, thank you so much for the time. Appreciated, representing the Stalwart Foundation Forum there, and also does actually lead the Charlotte Mannya-Maxeke Institute there and represents it. As we talk just about then that